Some era is about to come to a close. Hello everyone and welcome to the final ever weekend of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. A series which has run since 2021 will be rebranded ahead and a new era will begin when we enter 2026, which is already getting a lot of attention with the car reveal earlier on today. Not only that, but it is our 100th race tomorrow. It's our 99th race today of this championship. And for the first ever time in FRECA, we will head into possibly the final race with the champion not crowned. It has been always decided before the final race. It has been decided in the 19th race of the season, which is where we are here at today, where Dino Beganovic won it in 2022. But, unfortunately, to bring some news to you, if it does finish how it starts, then Freddie Slater will be the Formula Regional European Championship champion by Alpine if he can gain one more place. Of course, I think that's important to mention. Matteo Di Paolo is coming into this only 4 points behind. Only 4 points behind in the championship battle, and he finds himself also looking to try and close down the gap, but had a terrible qualifying, a good qualifying by his group, I'd say, but it was lowered down, so it puts him 7th. You can see him in 9th. Maybe it might be a penalty. And guess what? That is exactly what was the case. You would see him, because it was a 2-place grid penalty for for impeding Dion Gauda. So he impeded Dion Gauda and he got a penalty for it as well. So 7th to 9th to an even harder challenge ahead of this race. Evan Gilter, though, I know we've got a championship fight, but we cannot ignore as well the brilliant performance that came in from Evan Gilter to secure himself pole position for this race. Let's run you through the entire grid and where they line up. Evan Gilter is next to champion hopeful Freddie Slater by the end of today. He could have it all clinched up. Pedro Clara is in 3rd, and then it's Taito Carter who will go from 4th position. 5th and 6th we'll see Nant Howard Biram Bakhti next to Rashid Al-Daheri. Enzo Delini is next to Jan Przowski, who's in 8th position. Looking forward to seeing what he is going to be able to do as he joins us in this championship. Matteo Di Paolo, 9th for him, next to Jack Beaton. Prayer would have been like, get your elbows out to Jack up against Di Paolo, but Liu also is there behind, who is Di Paolo's teammate. Then it's Kanato Lee. Edie Robinson is in 13th, Jin Nakamura in 14th, Michael Belov, the experienced man, will go from 15th when it comes to racing at this level. Nikita Bedrin will go from P16 for Santalok Racing. It's been a bit of a mixed season for him. Yamakoshi is in 17th next to Akshay Bora. Bora, the reigning E4 champion, won it here last year. Dion Gauda is 19th, and then it is Thomas Stolchamanis, a driver who's been getting quite a bit of attention. Great to have him back. James Igozi with Santalok this weekend. Anea Frey in 22nd. Then it is Resi Laho and Giovanni Maschio in 24th. 25th and 26th is Edward Borna and Saka Al-Masarji. Okay, well, life timings will sort themselves out once we go racing. As you can see, it is just myself for this race. We have had quite a long delay. There was qualifyings that were taking place for other championships, and it has put us back on schedule. We've just finished a crazy E4 race, which was run behind the safety car for so long. But here we go then. The championship fight between Matteo Di Paolo and Freddie Slater. Lots of positions separating them on the grid. So it has to be a great start for Di Paolo. And he has to hope for a bit of drama for Freddie Slater off the start. You've also got to remember that actually tomorrow it should be advantage Slater group-wise. He'll be in the 2nd group. So that should ideally mean the faster group as well, with the circuit more rubbered in. It, of course, gets rotated. But tomorrow's qualifying will be so important and will be championship dictating, really. If things go well and if things go wrong for a certain driver, that could really be the deciding factor. It is the Temple of Speed at Monza. Matteo Di Paolo's hopes for the title have just got that little bit harder. But as I've mentioned, it's Monza, and the craziest racing takes place around this circuit. So do not at all be fazed of the possible fact of not seeing a great title fight. As I've mentioned, tomorrow will be our 100th race. There will be plenty of celebrations at Monza. That will be taking place. I think it's a perfect way. It is the 100th race. It's the final ever FRECA race before we, of course, rebrand to the Formula Regional European Championship next year. FREC, as it will be known as it becomes an official FIA series. This is an FIA certified series, but FIA get full control over it from next year. So it is an end of an era, and I'm sure a lot of the fans will miss this category as well, and I'm sure a lot of drivers will miss this category as well. We've had 4 drivers from this level move up and go on to become Formula 1 drivers, of course, including Andrea Kimi Antonelli, our championship winner of 2023. Dino Beganovic and Kamara still trying to forge their path, while Saucy has taken a bit of a different route. Saucy, it was quite a dominant season, we have to say, when we started in 2021. 8 wins in total, that campaign. And he got himself to the crown with a 68-point gap. The biggest winning margin came by Rafa Kamara last year, 73 as well. So we're not going to be getting to that territory, I can definitely assure you. 3 drivers remain in the hunt. We have to make sure that we say that Enzo Dellini still has a chance of becoming the champion as well. He just needs to hope for drama. He's 30 points away, so he actually needs to very much close in by the end of this race. If not, then he could find himself in big, big trouble. Well, here we go then, everybody. The 99th race for the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine is about to get all set and ready for racing action at the Temple of Speed at Monza. As everyone gets themselves into place, Trident look on, hoping that Matteo Di Paolo can do things from 9th place. Okay, this could be a championship deciding race then. Are we going to crown Freddie Slater our Formula Regional European Champion, or are we going to see the title fight close up even further and move on to the 100th race that will take place tomorrow? It is time to find out. Green flag will fly at the back and we will look to the lights with 3, 4, 5. Lights out, FRECA is underway and racing at Monza, and Gilter knew he had to chop across Slater, who's going to be coming under pressure now as we make our way in towards the braking zone. 3 wide will go for the lead. Claro looks to the outside line, battle on the brakes, and it will be Evan Gilter who maintains P1. Going round the outside, claiming second place again is going to be Freddie Slater. Do they keep it clean? An RPM car going off the road further back as, we've got a few spins and we've got a few drivers off. We've got Cannot believe the Wi-Fi. We're back. Absolutely cannot believe our luck. Apologies. The Wi-Fi cut out and yeah. So we missed a great battle for the win that was going on. Okay. Here we go. We're about to continue the story. Evan Gilter leads us in towards the final corner. And we are back. Underway in racing. Round the final turn. And it is going to be a battle, I'm sure, incoming. The green flags fly once again. And we make our way down towards the first corner. Evan Gilter breaking the slipstream away from Freddie Slater, who will be getting closer. He had an attack on the race start now. Can he attack once again? He'll have to look round the outside in towards Retafilo. Evan Gilter will chop across and cover that one off at the moment. Are they going to be able to get through cleanly? Very important that they do. Rashid Al Tahiri going side by side. Further back, by the way, we've lost Beaton, we've lost Nakamura. And we've lost quite a few drivers, as you can see at the bottom. The fielder continue their attack. And now look to go on the charge. Freddie Slater once again pulling alongside Evan Gilter. It's neck and neck between the two of them. Evan Gilter runs deep into the corner. Freddie Slater even deeper. Slater was even deeper, and that will put him under pressure now. That'll put him under threat. Pedro Claro's there. He fancied the attack round the outside. And Slater now could find himself in big, big trouble. And is that damage? That's damage, yeah. Matteo Di Paolo's got a damaged front wing. We didn't see that because, of course, the Wi-Fi decided to cut out at the worst moment. But Matteo Di Paolo has damage to the front wing. Evan Gilterra, that could be the moment where he seals things in terms of the race lead. But that is absolute drama as they make their way to Matteo Di Paolo trying to defend into the Ascari chicane. He's gone off. He's gone off. Matteo Di Paolo off. And he rejoins the road. This is going absolutely horrible for Matteo Di Paolo. I cannot believe that his championship hopes possibly are ending in this way in towards the final corner. His only hope now really is going to be if Freddie Slater doesn't finish or gets a very bad result. But Matteo Di Paolo is slowing and his championship is basically ending with it. Absolutely extraordinary scenes here in this championship. And this could be the moment where Freddie Slater gets himself to the title crown. It has gone and turned into a complete disaster for Matteo Di Paolo. Can you believe it? You have to feel he'd done a brilliant job all campaign long. As the field make their way through. Oh, you have to feel for Matteo Di Paolo. He did everything right. And he should have been the driver to contend. Safety car's out. Thank God, honestly. Chris McCarthy, you can have it. The issues with streaming has just been ludicrous. Let's hand over to Chris McCarthy doing the safety car period.
Matteo Di Paolo would have to win the race and hope for a really poor result. Oh, spin!
Oh, indeed. It's a massive accident. Big crash there. Cars absolutely everywhere as well. The safety car's out. No wonder. We've had a huge crash. And there's a lot of drivers involved, I think, including Yamakoshi. That'll be the red flag. A big moment coming into play. As you see, 3 cars go off. Looks like the world feed has bigger issues. Judging by that audio. We're not the only one. So, I can't even hand over to Chris McCarthy, whether I wanted to. Honestly, I can't believe this race. Cannot believe this race. I mean, the race is nothing wrong with that. It's just the Wi-Fi had to cut out at the worst time. The absolute worst time. Don't think I've been this annoyed. You do everything right, and we're at the final round, and things just aren't working. Okay. So, over the line we go. Gilterra, Slater, Claro, Carter, and Bora, your top 5. Out of the race goes James Igozi. What, is that 10 cars out? How many cars are out now at this point? I've lost track. I'm hoping we get a red flag. I think everyone needs time to regroup. I don't even know. This is how it's been. I don't even know what happened to Matteo Di Paolo. How did he get front wing damage? The live timings are being as useful as the Wi-Fi. Cannot believe. Right. I would have taken this chance to go and watch back to what happened to Matteo Di Paolo so I could tell you. But Chris McCarthy's audio is not the best, is it? I think Chris McCarthy's audio is on the left channel or something. Crazily enough. So, I'm going to go and analyse what actually happened to Matteo Di Paolo. Where did he get this front wing damage from? We will hope all the drivers involved are okay. Because Yamakoshi's hand is my concern. As the field continue to push on. Okay. Just getting the analysis for you now in terms of what actually happened to Matteo Di Paolo. So he's in this battle for 5th at the time. He's going to go round the outside as well. Does he just lose it early on then? We're behind the safety car, so it gives me the chance to check this as well. But yeah, the front wing just goes for Mattia De Paolo. A big moment for him in the championship fight, and for his championship hopes, of course, as well. Cannot believe it has ended in this way. And Freddie Slater could be heading his way in towards the championship now. So, we make our way in towards the final corner. But yeah, we're behind the safety car. I guess the thing is we've now missed the juicy bit of the race. I don't know how Matteo Di Paolo lost his front wing, but yeah, we may have just missed, thanks to this Wi-Fi, the championship deciding moment. Okay, well, let's put full focus on the remainder of this race as the field make their way through. Timing boards updating. Maschio's coming into the pit lane as well. So, the field will run you through the order and we'll tell you where people are. But yeah, Jack Beaton. Jack Beaton found himself with issues early on. Field are still pushing on and hoping to salvage things. But yes, Di Paolo with front wing damage. Such a important moment in the championship battle, and Matteo Di Paolo finding himself with issues. Not the way I would have wanted the 99th race of FRECA to go. I'll be honest, our side. So, it is Gilter, then Slater, then Claro, then Kato, and Akshay Bora, who are 4th and 5th, Bedouin 6th, Aldaheri 7th, Liu 8th, Gouda 9th. And then we get to Jan in 10th. So, Freddie Slater now needs to try and regroup and go again. Matteo Di Paolo needs to try come up with something, or we could be seeing the championship winning moment go the way of Freddie Slater. But yeah, Matteo Di Paolo seeing his chance fade away in 2025. What a huge and utter disappointment for him. Evan Gilter versus Freddie Slater could be continuing. I don't understand the safety car. It's a red flag. You need to clear things up, and we're just doing most of this race behind the safety car. Now, apologies if I do sound very, uninterested at the moment, but when you do an entire season, and this is what you're getting in the final race, not on circuit, none of that, I mean, just the Wi-Fi. My side is, it's just ridiculous. And then you have to miss the big championship moment. And I don't think Freddie Slater and I don't think Chris McCarthy would be a fan of putting any of his commentary from this race either, because of how messed up the audio is. So, turning out to be an absolute nightmare. Right, so we've had crashes. We've just been under safety car. There's like nothing else to say. We've just been under safety car. Let's try and control things. I mean, we missed the entire first safety car period. We went racing again, and then all the carnage started happening once more. Field continuing to attack. Continuing to push on. We have 13 minutes, just over that, plus 1 lap to go. We've got a safety car out on the circuit due to multiple incidents and multiple drivers not being able to take any further part, including Yamakoshi, James Aguzzi and Michael Belov also involved as well. We make our way into Lismo 1. Lismo 1 is proving to be very important. What does Freddie Slater do now? Does he try and wrap up the title? I mean, the hope is it can go down to the final race. But unfortunately, that is not the way sometimes things work. And across the 4 years of FRECA competition, we haven't actually seen it get done as well. But yeah, look. We have this long safety car period. But no, it went exactly at the moment. It went exactly at the moment where we saw that battle come in. Okay. Safety car's coming in. Let's regroup and go again. Okay. So the safety car's going to come in and we'll go back to the green flags. Evan Gilter will lead us. In towards the final few corners. And he's going to look to try and control things now until the finish. So, weaving left, weaving right. Evan Gilter looking to try and control things all the way till the green flags. If Freddie Slater wins, he will become the Formula Regional European Champion by Alpine. Round the final corner, and Evan Gilter already with the intention coming from Freddie Slater. Round the final corner, we are green once again here in FRECA, the 99th race of this glorious championship as we get ready to end an era of racing. And right now, Evan Gilter breaking the slipstream from Freddie Slater, whose hopes of the championship may have just increased, as Al Daheri having to go mega defensive further back. It's an absolute brawl behind, but Freddie Slater on the brakes. The Prema driver running wheel to wheel with Evan Gilter. These two battled hard for the win when it came to Misano. That's brave around the outside from the driver trying to become the rookie champion Dion Gauda as he fights away through on Rashid Al Daheri. So, it was very nearly 5 wide down the straight as we now make our way through the Curva Grande and in towards the Roggio chicane at the moment. Freddie Slater pounces back on Evan Gilter. Gilter tries to squeeze him. And, well, the championship could be back down to 0 if Freddie Slater doesn't score. It could be back so close together. And Slater is still looking for the opportunity. Al Daheri, meanwhile, is just ahead of Dion Gauda. Great fighting going on between those two drivers. Bedrin looking for the chance as well in the Santoloc Racing colours. As they now make their way in towards the Ascari chicane, Bedrin's got a chance. Can he now try and pounce? Is he going to be able to use the opportunity? Slater is really close. Really close to Gilter. As the field make their way through the Ascari chicane, the top 4 basically running away together. You've got an ART in the lead, you've got an ART in 4th, you've got Claro and Slater who are in the middle. Evan Gilter defends into the final corner. Freddie Slater looks to try go round the outside. There won't be a way through and it could open the door for Pedro Claro. Here we go then. Foot flat to the floor, 3 cars who are going to be battling down this straight. And Evan Gilter has got a big problem. Slater's in behind. Claro's in behind. How's this one going to end? Slater looks to the outside line. Claro closes in as well. It'll be a battle on the brakes down towards the Retafilo chicane, and Slater squeezes Gilter. Gilter keeps his foot in. Brilliant fighting between them, and Gilter stays ahead. Just off Freddie Slater at the moment, who will get the better traction, surely an attack down towards the Roger chicane. Clara will be in there as well. So, here we go. Gilter now looking to park the car in the middle, and Tata Carter has got onto the back. So, Gilter will cover the inside line. Can Freddie Slater go the long way round? He's squeezing Gilter once again. Huge lock-up. Gilter won't make the corner, surely. And this time around, Freddie Slater. Oh, Freddie Slater goes off. Slater goes off into the gravel trap. He would have had the lead, surely. And will that now see Gilter? Will Gilter have to give back the position, I wonder? But it was also a mistake from Slater. So that's kind of equalised. Does anyone want to win this race? There was a chance to have the lead of the 99th race of FRECA. No hands were up at that moment. Gilter locks up. Slater makes a mistake of his own. And absolutely wild stuff. Through Ascari we go. What a brilliant four-way battle it is for the win, which I'm sure could extend. Aldaheri is looking to close in. Evan Gilter with Slater closing in. Here we go. Freddie Slater really tucked on the back of Evan Gilter. We won't see a move into the final corner because he knows if it's a move into the final corner, then he'll get very close in towards... it'll give a chance for Gilter to fight back down the straight they were heading, and he doesn't want that. He wants to wait for the chance this time by. Here we go. Who is ready for the continuation of Freddie Slater versus Evan Gilter? Evan Gilter parking it on the inside line, basically. Slater waiting for the chance to go around the outside. Nothing coming this time by in terms of an overtake. What about the exit? The exit is always so important, and then it gets to a clatter point into the second chicane where Gilter and Slater have been close to contact. They've had lockups. They've had moments that have taken place. Our camera is ready there to see who's going to come out on top in this battle. Gilter is parking it on the inside once again. Slater trying to fan out round the outside. It's all about the line here, Monza. It can be a bit of karting racing this, to see how things play out, and Pedro Claro is right in behind there as well. Matteo Di Paolo. I mean, you know, they're all racing friends. Di Paolo and Slater, they'll be teammates next year, but right now they are absolute rivals at the moment. And I can definitely assure you, with how this one's going, Matteo Di Paolo will be hoping that some of the misfortune that he's had in this race, some of the damage, some of the drama, some of the controversy that he's had, goes the way of Freddie Slater. Remember, tomorrow is a fresh day. If the championship, basically, if no one scores in this race, we go into tomorrow 4 points with a qualifying and a race to go again. So it's equalised and it's all go again and it's all game on. Freddie Slater, though, wants to become the champion of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. In towards the braking zone. Round the final corner. I think Evan Gilter's got a bit more of an advantage this time by. So there won't be a move at the moment. Unless it is late, unless it is great. We've got some battling further back though. Here is Enzo Dellini trying to go on the charge. And he's going to try and get past into the first time we go. Rashid Al-Daheri, that's brave. That's brave from the Prema man. He locks up. He locks up, but he was trying to go for a bit of a Hail Mary attempt there on Tata Kato. What I was trying to say earlier on is that Enzo Dellini's gone on the attack. And he's got past Prizik as well. As Freddie Slater, this time is alongside, much more alongside Gilter. Gilter stays ahead. This is on the ragged edge at the moment. In terms of who's going to win this race. Will it be Freddie Slater? Will it be Evan Gilter? Remember the push-to-pass system that these drivers have enabled. They'll definitely have to use that as well. Freddie Slater needs to be careful with where he attacks. He has to be very cautious. We make our way through the Ascari chicane. It's always a bit of a look to see how close is Freddie Slater to the back of Evan Gilter. The answer, very. Very close. He's definitely within striking range. Further back, we're seeing some side-by-side racing go on. Belov is trying to gain a position. Not the only one. We've got more drivers looking to try and attack. As we make our way over the line, 4 minutes to go, plus 1 lap after this. So there's still plenty of racing to take place. As Evan Gilter is defending and he's locked up again. Does he make the corner? Yeah, he does. So important, but he's locked up. We make our way now through the Curva Grande. Definitely won't be doing the tyres good, Evan Gilter. And Freddie Slater doesn't need any advantage. He's a driver who already has mega pace. And now the attack comes down towards Lismo 1, followed by Lismo 2. And then a bit of a back straight, which isn't really straight. I think that's a debate for another day, though. We've got one of the great championships to decide. Could this be the championship moment for Freddie Slater? That'll be the question. Oh! Off the road. Maschio. Maschio's off the road. In the background as well. Slater looks close. So Di Paolo's trying to attack an air free, by the way. That further back. Here we go. Freddie Slater. Is he going to make the move in towards the final corner into the braking zone? Freddie Slater makes the move. And now as it stands, he would become the champion of the series. And it's going to be possibly decided now. But now, is Evan Gilter going to be able to make the fight back down the straight? If Freddie Slater wins the race, he is the champion of the series. Evan Gilter knows he has to fight back. He's trying to win his first race since Misano, which was the opener of the season. And Freddie Slater controlled it into the braking zone. He went different. He made the move. And Evan Gilter, now, can he do anything to try and fight back? Absolutely extraordinary. Fastest lap that time by Freddie Slater. And there's a reason for it. He has made the move. Does Evan Gilter try fight this one back? What can Pedro Clara do at the same time? Tito Carter looking to defend. But that is possibly the move that has given Freddie Slater the championship here. In this championship, it could come down to that one decisive, big overtake. Could he do it with a race to spare? The field still attack their way through. Does Evan Gilter have the fight back? Of course, we hope from a neutral perspective that this goes down to the final race, but I can assure you it doesn't look like it'll be going that way, because Freddie Slater made the move at the critical moment, and he is now pulling away. So if Matteo Di Paolo can attack and gain places, then it could still go down to tomorrow. But it looks like Freddie Slater is on his way to become the champion of the series. And what a special moment this would be for him. Tomorrow will be left with the race of basically just a bit of fun. On to the penultimate lap of the race we go then. And Freddie Slater is doing enough. He's got a good advantage. It is wild how he's been able to pull away at Monza and get a gap. Wheel to wheel we go. Further back in the field. And that is Liu fighting up against Przowski. But Freddie Slater has attacked a critical move which has given him the championship by the looks of things here in FRECA. And the next lap could be the lap, his victory lap to the crown in 2025. Let's take a look at a replay of what's been going on further back in the field. Contact, spinning round, and that's Yaroslav Vasilaho being hit there as well. And I think that was Al-Masherji who made contact with him. All eyes back on our contenders as we make our way down towards the final few corners. We are going to have one more lap coming our way then. And who is going to be the race winner? Well, it looks like that's heading Slater's way. Who will be second, I think, is the more appropriate question. Looks like the championship has been decided, everybody. In a lap's time, we could be crowning Freddie Slater the champion of this series. And the battling, though, will continue further back. This is a great battle going on. 3 wide. And that is going to be Bedrin looking to try defend. Bedrin up against Dion Gouda, who looks to try challenge round the outside. And he can't get there at the moment. Now it is foot to the floor towards the Curva Grande. And then the Della Roggia chicane, where the opportunity comes to try and make some form of an overtake. The moment is definitely going to be there. Here we go. Still side by side. And this is going to be so close as the field continue to push and attack their way by. Some great racing going on. But it's going to be a 7th victory. It's going to be an 11th podium for Freddie Slater. And remember, he still has an opportunity to extend that advantage come tomorrow's race as well. Bedrin furiously, though, trying to break the slipstream. He is coming under massive pressure. But here is the championship moment for Freddie Slater. It looked like this would be a battle that would go down to the final race. But Di Paolo had that front wing damage. He went off at Ascari. And that has decided our championship. But it was all over to Freddie Slater to make a move. He still had to win this race if he wanted to be crowned champion. He's done exactly that. He will make his way round the Parabolica to become the 5th and final ever FRECA champion as he comes across the line to take the championship. In 2025, he joins the list of Saucy, Biganovic, Antonelli, Kamara, and now 2025 sees Freddie Slater's name added to that list as he tries to now forge his way through into Formula One. Another great and deserving champion has been crowned. Premers, Freddie Slater. He's come into this championship. He became the first ever British driver to win a race here in this series. It has been a record-breaking campaign, and it's one which sees him crowned the champion of the series, and we cannot wait to see what he'll do next year in Formula 3. But Freddie Slater, the FRECA champion of 2025. What a moment for the British driver. The whole field there to congratulate him, I am sure, as he can call himself the champion of the series. So deserving. Congratulations to him on what has been an absolute brilliant campaign. And we'll be honest, it's not the circumstance that I think most would have wanted to see the championship decided. We were looking forward to a great fight between Matteo Di Paolo and Freddie Slater. But a poor qualifying and the terrible start has meant that chance goes. And under the FRECA banner, I mean, I don't think we're going to unfortunately get to see. A champion go down to the final race. It has always been decided one race before, and just like 2022, race 19 out of 20 has seen our champion crowned. Can he go and take 8 wins to round out the season? If he does so, I think we could call him probably the most successful FRECA champion ever in terms of accolades. Right, let's run you through the results then. Freddie Slater is your champion and is your winner from Monza. Gilters in second, Clero third, Tata Carter fourth, El Daheri, Bedrin, Delini, Gouda, Birnbachti and Ricky Liu in 10th position. Eleventh sees Matteo Di Paolo, and then it is Przowski, Frey, Lee, Robinson, Maschio, Borna, Resilaho, and Al-Masherji. Retirement where Bora, Igozi, Bello, Yamakoshi, Stolchamanis, Jin Nakamura, and Jack Beaton. As well. Absolutely wild. Just receiving. Hold on, I'm going to bring you back to our screen over here. We've got a incident. I'm just trying to find it. I think we've got an incident to be investigated between Freddie Slater and Matteo Di... not Matteo Di Paolo. Yeah, it looks like there's an investigation. I don't think this is updated now that the race is finished, but I think there's a message that has just come through that there will be an investigation. If there is a penalty, then the championship moment, well, I mean, it could be wide open tomorrow again, but 2025 heading the way of Freddie Slater. He's next to his Prema car. And he is celebrating. The photographer's getting their moment. These are pictures that he'll savor. A reminder to you, of course, that he's on his way to Formula 3. A lot of our drivers actually are racing in Formula 3 next year. We'll update you in terms of the whole list and who's also been in testing. We'll do that tomorrow. Guess we've got the championship off our hands for tomorrow. Sad Wes couldn't be here for the championship moment. And to be fair, I think I mean, I'll be honest. I think there will be a bit of disappointment. I think across the paddock, not for Freddie Slater at all, but I think across the board that it is very much a shame that it was a close title fight and we're not actually going to get to see it go down to the final race. Di Paolo and Slater, it was poised. There was 4 points coming into today, and that scenario where you're like, that one scenario which always gets mentioned in the penultimate race, where, oh, you know, if there is a chance technically that this title could be crowned today, but you know it's not going to happen. That is what happened today. I think that, you know, we that would be what we would say before qualifying. Qualifying then comes around. Okay, it's 7th. Then it is 9th on the grid after the penalty. And then he gets up to 5th. It's like, oh, good. Okay, this is game on. And then we see he's got front wing damage. Oh, can you believe it? But no, Freddie Slater's the deserving champion, I think, this year. I think it makes sense that he's the champion. The only reason why the champion has been alive due to misfortune across the season for him anyway, at points. Matteo Di Paolo has also had quite a bit of misfortune as well, but that's just the way. That's just the way a champion, the championship goes. So I wonder what that moment is. The investigation, is it on Jill? I'd assume it is on Jill Tear anyway. So like, if there is a penalty, it would be Jill Tear. We're not going to see the championship overturned. I don't think. Don't think there's anything that Freddie Slater did in that race that would warrant a penalty, unless the stewards think otherwise. We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, Freddie Slater, the champion. As I mentioned, quite a deserving champion. And I look forward to seeing what his career will go next. Into the hands of team as the man who has won it. I feel bad for Chris McCarthy, to be fair. At least I still get to have the championship moment call done properly. I'm going to listen. I think the audio will still messed up. Yeah, I feel really bad. Hold on, if I turn it to the right here, because it's left here. If I turn it to the right here, does that fix it? You just don't hear it if I do it to the right here. I thought that could equalize it out now. They've got it set as left here, so if I move it to the right here, I was like, oh, does that fix it? No. No, everybody. We're stuck with that audio. Poor Chris McCarthy. Poor Chris McCarthy. I mean, you know, also, I don't think the commentators are confirmed for next year of how much of a change is it. But if that is Chris McCarthy's final ever champion call, and it's in that audio, then I feel bad for him. Really feel bad for him. I think it's just not been the day. I think we were all ready for a decider tomorrow. The wife, I was like, yeah, surely we can sacrifice today, but the one moment it did, I think has decided our championship with that front wing damage. Okay. Well. So history is made by Freddie Slater. Dion Gauda, I can officially say, is the rookie champion as well. He joins Isaac Hadjar, Leonardo Fornaroli, Martini Estention and Noah Stromstead as drivers who have taken the crown. Pedro Claro on his way to Formula 3 next season with Rodin Motorsport. He's in third. Second place, heading the way of Evan Gilter, still under investigation, but yeah, he'll be upset about not being able to get the win. That went the way of Freddie Slater, as we mentioned. And Freddie Slater will be given the Monza trophy, but not the biggest trophy of the race, because he is your 2025 champion. He's officially got that now. No one can catch him. The big boss, Rene Rosin, has gone up to the podium. Prema, the trophy is delivered. As they make their way through, and Dion Gauda given the trophy as well, as I mentioned, for the rookie winner, but he is also the rookie champion. So congratulations to him. I mean, he's been on that podium so many times. Here is the British National Anthem.
Well,
All the audio is all the audio. Well, oh, that's a bit of a shame. The audio glitching away. Okay, well that is it. That is it. Honestly, I'll be honest, not our most happiest stream ever, but the champion's been crowned. But even if the champion has been crowned, make sure you're back with us tomorrow, because we have the celebration of race number 100 and the final ever race under the FRECA banner before this championship. We'll get rebranded and we'll move to the Formula Regional European Championship next year. Join us for one final dance in 2025. Congratulations to Freddie Slater. You are the champion. But who is going to take the final plaudits of the season? We hope to have your company to find out.